No say when I not be they expect me, so we not go take too much time today. Just the information be very important. What I get for can give una, but when I know say we not fit come for here, we start something. We will not take the time for court cafe for the forces, and then I bring una the story. Make we salute our forces. Make we salute our forces. The brave women and men, the heroines and the heroes. When now then they free the land. Now then they liberate the land. Make we take a moment. We thank them. All right, my fellow people, make a take una. We start. We go for that side for Norway. Una sabi say a newspaper for Norway. It don't go make interview. They don't try for a very long time for interview the leader of our war of independence, Dr. Ayabacho, and then they want interview the leader of our war of independence, Dr. Ayabacho, and then they want interview the colonial president of La République du Cameroun, Dictator Paul Biya. So the one hear from Dr. Ayabacho why he decide for bring war, for defend the Ambazonian people them, and then the one talk for Paul Biya, why Paul Biya he decide for declare war against the people of Ambazonia. So this newspaper, it don't try for get the interview between where they go interview Dr. Ayabacho for one side and then they go interview Paul Biya for one side, so that they get a balanced story. They go hear from both people, both leaders, which be really the problem. So when they can't interview Dr. Ayabacho, they go find out, they try for interview the president of Cameroon. The people, they say no, they not fit interview the president of Cameroon. They try for even interview their prime minister. They say no, they not fit talk with their prime minister. So the people themselves, they decide for go for internet, this newspaper for Norway. They decide for go for internet for study the Ambazonian story, for study the problem, for study the war where they go on, for study the crisis, as some people they call them. These people, they don't write a very powerful article for this Norway newspaper. And for that article, they can talk why the people of Ambazonia, why Palava they for ground, why the war they go on. They talk say since the beginning of when these two people they come together, it's supposed to be in two states, they're supposed to come together. La République du Cameroun, they decided for Chakara all the agreement. They decided for as they call a marginalization. They decided for dominate the people of Southern Cameroon. They decided for transform Ambazonia into as the ancestors they call them assimilation, for turn them all into French, turn the school system into French, turn the courts into French, turn the when you go for office, all the document them into French. They want really francophonize the people of Ambazonia. So they talk say they say now that one be actually be the real problem where it really make this war it really start. But the problem don't always be there since these two people they come together. The problem don't always be there. The real problem stand now for 2016 according to this newspaper. And when the teachers and the lawyers and the population they rise up for stand up against the francophonization of Ambazonia. Now where the dictator of La République du Cameroun, he declared war on the Ambazonian people, and they asked me, Dr. Ayaba talk for that newspaper talk say, now the thing that where he make he decide for that moment. For talk say they say, La République du Cameroun enough he continue for kill the Ambazonian people and enough he defend themselves. So they explain them for that newspaper. The talk say they say, now he lead the war against Paul Biya. Now he lead the war against Cameroon. Now he lead the war for the liberation of Ambazonia. Now so the newspaper, it can't take it talk am. The newspaper talk and say it get a big army for ground zero, and it is stay for Norway, and then for day it lead the war. And the people, they really like the way it talk. When it talk, they talk, say the people, they really like the way it talk. When it talk, now so all the people that they come gather for hear what it talk. And he tell them, say, he tell that newspaper ask you, say, his own life be at risk. Say, poor beer, it is send people every day, and it pay plenty people every day for find Dr. Ayaba for killing. They ask you, say, he be ready for die because of Ambazonia. He look the people them for eye. He tell them, say, he don't take gun. Fight La République du Cameroun army. Fight La République du Cameroun for police. He said, don't fight them. But now, if he be ready for that time, for die for Ambazonia, then now for this time, where the lives of 8 million Ambazonians, it be at risk, it be ready for sacrifice even his own life for the Ambazonian people. And now in that, so they ask you, say, for that newspaper, for that interview, they can't talk for you, say, they write and say, it is spend the small time we get them during the day, say get a small company. When I hear, they say he get a small company for Norway, and he get people. Then we Oyibo people, they don't employ them. Where they work for a company for Norway. So it is spend the time for run the company, and then the rest of the time it is spend now for run the revolution, for lead the revolution, for lead the war for ground zero. So now which other Ambazonian leader? All the other one them. Now which other Ambazonian leader? He still keep a full-time job. He maintain a full-time business operation. And he also run the revolution. Now which other one? Now which other one? Which one? Now Norway newspaper reporter say they run a small company with a lot of employees, and he spend a time for run that company, for manage the company, and then for run the revolution. They actually write and say it get very little time for sleep. Very little time for sleep. Now in that, now Norway newspaper that where they go make interview, they don't try the part of the newspaper, they don't already translate them for English. All man fi go for online, you go read them. This one is a very great story for the Ambazonian people then. Now a very great story for the Ambazonian story. Now a very great story, because it find now make now the outside world, it do this kind of research, and then it tell all we. Now ain't that the right time for it? Say now Dr. Ayaba fight the Cameroon. Now ain't that? Now the fight Paul Biya. Now the fight for liberate Ambazonia. Now ain't that for Norway newspaper? Now ain't that? They go do research. Even one of the Norway experts will be in charge of where now he don't really study West and Central Africa. He write them for they say the people of Southern Cameroons, the people of Ambazonia, they don't over suffer under La République du Cameroun. For they quote that Norway expert, they quote it for they we talk them. Say the people of Southern Cameroon, the people of Ambazonia, as they call it, Northwest and Southwest, they don't over suffer under because of Pobia under Cameroon. The right and two for they. So now he make Dr. Ayaba, he carry this fire for his heart, for build an army for the Ambazonian people, for free Ambazonia. So make I take una now for bring una how was strategy, the strategy where the leader of our war of independence, he give the Ambazonian people them. Today we don't woke up, so actually make I put that information for up here for all una. We like for talk with facts, will be people them for facts. We don't wake up for this morning time. News on the come say La République du Cameroun, the company with the make 33 export. The company that they call and say Brasserie, what on a Brasserie, Brasseries. Maybe I call them for the way I feel call them. The company that they call and say Brasseries du Cameroun. They say they can't close down. And may I put this picture up for all una first, and then we tell una what it really happened. Money don't finish for Cameroon. We not did them again. Even the company they make beer, we not there. Make I put that paper for up here. We not there Cameroon. Economic crisis don't choke Cameroon. One of their biggest company they can't close down. The biggest company they give them money, and they employ plenty of their people them. Another company it be responsible for people them for La Republique. May they don't know how to think, because as they spend from morning to night because of frustration. 90s. Now the message that we don't come out for that side for La République du Cameroun regarding brasseries, or as they call them, Brasseries du Cameroun. Now in this, now the message that very clean and clear. Una sabi say one of the core component, that means a part of the strategy for a war of independence. Now for cause serious economic sabotage for La République du Cameroun, for crumble the country economically. And so what strategy don't always be, now say not be the war, not be a normal war. Now a war with first, now for choke La République du Cameroun economically, for starve them financially. So the war we don't go on from Ambazonia. Man, open my notes. I'll be person way I like to do things based on facts. From this war, the strategy for economic sabotage. That means say first, make we understand say was number one strategy, right? Now self-defense. Number two, for stop economic exploitation for Ambazonia. And then number two, for increase the cost of occupation. And part of increasing the cost of occupation, now for stop all the activities of La République du Cameroun where they try to do for Ambazonia. So since 2016, we don't stop a lot of what people them. May they not drink brasseries mimbo again. May they not drink the mimbo where they make them from Cameroon. May they not drink them. Because now that money, they use them for buy weapons. Can't kill our people them. So the Ambazonian people impose an economic embargo for La République du Cameroun, their beer, their company they call and say brasseries. Say anything where they make them by Brasseries du Cameroun, when La République du Cameroun, their company with the French, with France, anything like what people know consume them again. Because of that, I tell you what it don't happen. This company, between 2017 and now, Brasseries du Cameroun, it don't get a loss of 800 million in a year because of Ambazonian War of Independence. And the stop we don't put them, make our people not drink Brasseries Mimbo again, and make a stop and may not ever enter Ambazonia. Brasseries du Cameroun, it don't get a loss of 800 million CFA. Sorry, not be dollars. It don't get a loss of 800 million CFA from 2017 till this moment. 800 million for lost revenue because of Ambazonia. Yesterday, news don't come up for Europe. The Heineken, the Dutch company, the Dutch beer company, the company that make Heineken, if you don't buy a lot of shares for Brasseries du Cameroun, as the Dutch company don't say Brasseries du Cameroun, it go down, it go down, it go down. The company they can't close down. The Dutch company, when they make Heineken, The Heineken, I'm going to talk to Heineken. The company of Heineken for Holland, one of the biggest beer company for the world. It be put a lot of money for Brasseries for buy shares. As Brasseries du Cameroun now, it go down, it need to make profit anymore. It only make a loss every year, a loss. The Dutch company, they don't study what war of independence. They study the problem within La Republique. They realize and say Cameroon not get the capacity for solve this problem even for the next 5 years. And the economic problems for Cameroon, they go increase between now and the next 5 years. According to these people, their work, they talk say the economic outlook for Cameroon it be very bleak. And for that beer company, they say all indication, they say Brasseries du Cameroun it can close down. As a result, Heineken, the international beer giant company, it don't move all the money will be put them will be invest them for Brasseries du Cameroun. As we talk, Heineken, it don't move 64 million euros. Heineken, it don't sell its shares. We be get them for Brasseries du Cameroun. It move them all worth 64 million euros. Heineken don't move the money. It talks a Cameroon not be a safe place to do business. It talks it be very dangerous for invest for Cameroon. It talks say the international companies international investor whether they invest for Cameroon, their money not be safe. Because even beer, it need to work again for Cameroon. So Heineken, it don't pull out 64 million euros worth of investment for Brasseries du Cameroun. So it make Brasseries du Cameroun, it don't crash. The market for Brasseries du Cameroun, it don't finish. Heineken be the highest investor, and Heineken now don't can move all the money. So Brasseries du Cameroun, it don't crash. Because Heineken don't move the money, and Heineken now a very big international company. When it do something, all the other people then they will start fear. Because they know say Heineken get the best research, it get the best experts, it get the best economy. Where they look for insecurities in market. They see whether market be safe or not be safe for put money. So if Heineken will over get plenty money, it move his own money for Brasseries du Cameroun. That means say palava plenty. That means say the palava for Cameroon a plenty. And in the talk say in the next 5 years, it go worse. So Heineken now don't go move his 64 million euros where they be put them as investment for Brasseries du Cameroun. Then, whoa, you know even reach so much tell you the worst one will don't happen. As Heineken move the 64 million euros, we pull out his stocks for his own shares for Brasseries du Cameroun. Brasseries du Cameroun will be the trade for the European Stock Exchange. Now the European market, they talk say Brasseries du Cameroun enough it trade again, enough it do business again for the European Stock Exchange. They go move it for London Stock Exchange and they go move it for the Paris Stock Exchange. So big wahala there for Brasseries du Cameroun. Brasseries du Cameroun it go be delisted for the European Stock Exchange because the company they can't close down. Heineken don't tell them say the company don't chakara. Now in that wahala day for Cameroon, the economic crisis where they come for Cameroon not be small because of our strategy for choke La Republique du Cameroun economically. 65% of all the entire money when I keep Cameroon as a state for run, it come out from Ambazonia. Now, who's the money they come out? Most of the money be come out for Sonara. La Republique du Cameroun it be the take out of Sonara $400 million a year. That one are the money that we tell we officially. We don't know the unofficial money. 400 million. Next, CDC. CDC they give La République du Cameroun all the money we they come out for international in terms of food trading, fruits, rubber, oil, all it come out for CDC. So now, if you take Sonara, you burn them down. La République du Cameroun now, it get nothing. You need to come out of Sonara anymore. La République du Cameroun need 350 billion CFA for the construction Sonara. They not get them. No man, no one borrow them the money. CDC, 80% of CDC don't be shut down. Pamol, it don't be completely shut down. So what it remain? Now only timber, cocoa, and coffee be the main things that La République du Cameroun it rely on for Ambazonia for survive, and that one it only give them a small money. Most of the cocoa now from the state of Manu, all they go now for Nigeria. All they go now Nigeria. So what to be left of La République du Cameroun? Nothing. As a result, the governor of the Northwest Province, when I hear this story, Lele L'Afrique, he don't sign book for suspend the salaries of 100 government employees for inside the state of Bamenda. Because it talks that because those people need come work. No, not because money not there for pay them. The excuse when Lele L'Afrique give, now say those people need come work. No, the real truth, now say money not there for pay them. So now the first 100 that where they don't cut their salary, it come. Lele L'Afrique don't talk say any man will not go work, whether war day or war no day, whether fight day or fight no day. Even if war day, even if army and Ambazonia forces they fight, Lele L'Afrique talk say the day will not go work, they go suspend your salary. Now way for their own newspaper, they don't can write and say Lele L'Afrique they ask people they may they go work. Why ye Lele L'Afrique you know if you go work? Why ye Lele L'Afrique? If Lele L'Afrique need to think about the safety of the workers, when are their primary responsibility that if the state enough to provide security, peace, and safety for people then for be able to go work, then Lele L'Afrique be directly responsible for the insecurity and the war, and since he is standing for Amoka, enough he ask other people they may they go work. Where USSF it is standing for Amoka and it be surrounded by police and army for protecting. So the fact in Lele L'Afrique when they talk say it cut people their salary way you know say na the war way na ye and poor bia they declare on the Ambazonian people, then na ye be responsible for provide the security and the peace for the people that for go up. So now Lele L'Afrique they tell people and say basically they use the excuse say money not there for country anymore for pay people them. Now it's that they will suspend salary. How do money ask people they may go for work for the war when they declare and for the people them? And people they die every day. Now they will holler this. So now part of the trap this we don't trap La République du Cameroun. When I sabi say all this one a trap. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Ambazonians them. All them be stay for house. La République du Cameroun it get an international obligation for pay their salaries. Part of the strategy. Now remember, now a strategy. All our people them, La République du Cameroun it get an international obligation for pay the salaries of workers. Where they work for La République du Cameroun. Even if they don't go work, because now them declare the war. Now them create the insecurity. Now them create the instability. So if offices they need to open, La République du Cameroun, it get an international obligation for continuously pay those people. And those people they generate zero economic activity and productivity for benefit La République du Cameroun. So now the strategy that La République du Cameroun go continuously for pay for services and it reap nothing. La République du Cameroun will continuously for pay the thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Ambazonia people that they work under the colonial state. The teachers, the doctors, the lawyers, the nurses, all the people them. La République du Cameroun, it go continuously for pay them. Schools, they not there. Public services, they not there. But La République du Cameroun be forced to pay them. So La République du Cameroun, they run for a deficit. They pay plenty money out. And those people not be productive. Now the strategy this. You go choke them economically. They go continuously for borrow money for keep these people them. Because the moment La République du Cameroun it make the mistake for not pay those salaries, then the game don't officially be over. But first, we got to choke them economically. Choke them. Choke them. All the workers. What are the 5,000 people that be work on Sonara? As Sonara don't burn down. Now La République du Cameroun got for continuously for pay those people their salaries. All the workers for CDC. La République will continuously for pay their salaries. All the workers for PAMOL. La République du Cameroun will continuously for pay their salaries. Yes. Now the strategy is we go choke them economically. They got to make a choice. They will make a choice. They want continuously borrow money for put them for Ambazonia, for try to keep Ambazonia. Even though they not keep Ambazonia. Or they want to use that money for their own people then. When I don't see now their people don't start for strike. When I don't see now for Northern Cameroon, it don't really start. When I see them. So when I get faith, make when I get hope, now give me a moment. One moment. What's in the happen here? Okay. So, in terms of what strategy, would it beat La République du Cameroun for all angles? For every angle, would it beat La République du Cameroun hands down? For every angle for this war of liberation, would it beat La République du Cameroun? Would it beat them economically? Would it beat them politically? Would it beat them in terms of our communication strategy? Would it beat them for every way, every shape, every form? Would it beat La République du Cameroun? Would it beat them? Now, a defeated system. Oh, who said that? Who said that video where it come out yesterday? When I see that video where Capo Daniel show him for yesterday, where I put on my post, for my page here. When I see the video of the frustrated colonial administrator, 90s, I put them. When I tell me, if not gonna defeat this, what you wanna call this one? If not gonna defeat this, when I call this one, say now waiting. And a video we get for make all we laugh. 90s. A video we get for make all Ambazonian they laugh. Now in that, ma ask una Ambazonians. Now in that, how that person look? Now how he look? Just for me look, how he look? Now office that no man did. The office don't be abandoned. It take them so it can't show them how they don't abandon office. All the workers they need to come again. Now in that, now office that it don't be abandoned. What a pity. What a shame. See, when I see the man, now in that, see him. What a shame. See person, he don't work like coffin. What a shame. Now they defeat that. When the talk say, they say, La Republique is defeated. You know, not been a joke. Not been a joke. Cameroon is defeated. Now, see person. See a colonial administrator. It don't turn like coffin. It look like coffin. It look like die. See a colonial administrator. Now defeat that. If you not fit no, if the one not been a defeat, I don't know what when they call and say defeat. Now when colonial administrator they be like this? When? You see, now in that, make the territory ungovernable, increase the cost of occupation. Now in that. Now in that. La Republique, now the frustration of defeat that. Now frustration that when I see him for a face. Now a dead man walking. It look like coffin. It be more ugly than a coffin. In short, this man, it be as ugly as die SSF. It be as ugly as die. Now they defeat this. Now they defeat this. Another video day, in fact, another video day we need for show all now. Because that one tell the story of the frustration of the occupier. It really tell the story of the frustration. I think that this very man where he go try for talk for the community people them. And you see how the community people that they look, they say, are you really serious? Now in this, I put them for up here. And you go see the separation between these people and our people. Now I put them. If I put them, and then I go talk with una now. The new propaganda La Republique don't start them for ground zero. I'll load that new video and then I'll talk about our show now, and then I'll talk about the new propaganda La Republique don't start and wait for ground zero where people need to pay attention to it. Because we need to see the frustration of these people, the frustration of defeat, why people don't defeat them, the shame, you need to leave them. They be so frustrated. They be so frustrated. Now in this. See him. When they see the same idiot. Now the same idiot that. If Ambazonia are part of Cameroon, why it tie green, red, yellow for a waste? Why? Now for which other country Where people do the false flag on people. Now them that. See how they look. Ambazonia be safe for them. Why did he dress like that? Why is a colonial administrator? Why did he wear military helmet? Why did he wear bulletproof? Why? If they never be defeated, why? Even for apartheid, the colonial administrators will not be wear bulletproof. Now the frustration of defeat this. Now in this, una watch.
What's about it really? I buy I do ya bama me Yenji wona nyiga awada yon ya matin be ula ma shi gasan ke afen bi me ka du ba ti akwa ti fo ji ma ka du ne ba ku ba me ti bo ku so a ke ka fi mo son ti ma ti fen be na da we ko lion ti ka ga ya ai ko lion no da fi wi ri ki jin so da ya ke ra fi a ma chang yen van mo yong wen be
no be come to no be na more card and that for a back. Why you know come himself can't talk with the people without all the armor card they bring in? Why? If they never be defeated and now that they live now for bunker, you want can't talk with people, then why they bring armor card? If you want can't visit community, why they bring armor card? You talk to be colonial administrator, no? You talk to the send me go talk me you can't be colonial administrator for the people, then no? Why you the worker now for armor card if you never be defeated from Ambazonia? If you not get the power for govern Ambazonia, why you not work on a farmer car and why you wear a bulletproof vest for can't talk of people then we talk say now you the govern them? The frustration of defeat. Now all than that, see the stupid colonial deal. See the stupid colonial deal. All them they don't wear them so they reach their neck. Now frustration. Una watch. Una go see the big divide between them and the people. It threatened them.
Maybe I will about so my lone venji when soon an hour. For reason, I want you for Temoda. Voices care value shall we fit. Voices care value shall we fit. I'm okay. I don't know.
See the ground where they did. See the ground where they stand there. In fact, I want to see some part with dirty. When I go see the dirty, a state where the can't talk say why can't govern Ambazonian people them. He carry Cameroon green, red, yellow flag, tie him for a waist as a colonial slave. Say Yaoundé, which Yaoundé? When I see them, now people in that, Ambazonia don't defeat them. They don't be so frustrated. Now the one use na force and intimidation for the Ambazonian people them. May say make they send their begin them back for school for September. Now people in that, the one can talk with Ambazonia them. Why did they wear bulletproofs? Now the question that and they come now for Amoka. Why? Why do not feel come so like normal people can't talk with the Ambazonian people them? Because they know say they did for a foreign land and they know say what they do it be illegal and they know say now then they kill the Ambazonian people, they not feel safe for come by themselves. Now frustration, now the defeat of frustration that now it cause them. So now so as we talk, La République du Cameroun don't start for move newspaper them. As we talk, La République du Cameroun don't start for move newspaper them. For start for make propaganda. Because they know say now the Ambazonia Defense Forces, it be the only group where they fight Cameroon now for ground. What they try for do now for ground zero, Now for try for do the same thing with their infiltrators them. They don't always do them. For the always talk say ADF they kill civilians. Oh, ADF they kill civilians. Today for one of their front newspaper, Pobia no say without the ADF, the war of independence for don't finish. So now ADF be their focus for tarnish the image of the ADF and forget the Ambazonian people may they not support the ADF. Forget the Ambazonian people may they not support the forces anymore. Forget the Ambazonian people may they turn against our forces. Ambazonians. The Ambazonia Defense Forces. Now the last hope for the Ambazonian people then. When I listen to me very carefully. The Ambazonia Defense Forces. Now the last hope for the Ambazonian people then. Without the ADF, the Ambazonian people go remain for permanent occupation. Now the only force where you know how for beat La République du Cameroun, defeat La République du Cameroun, because of their training, because of the way they design the force, because of the way they constitute the force. The Ambazonia Defense Forces now the guarantor of Ambazonia freedom. Most of the other group them, they don't buy them. Either they don't buy them, may they stop fighting. They don't corrupt them, may they just shit on them. Or the pigs and the infiltrators, they don't frustrate those forces. And now those forces, they be confused. Most of them don't be, and not be all, most of them, they don't be highly infiltrated by La République du Cameroun intelligence services, and they don't take them over. Most of them. Most. The ADF be, you know if you infiltrate the ADF, the way where they design the Ambazonia Defense Forces, you know if you infiltrate them. And that's why they be that effective. You know if you infiltrate them, you know if you corrupt them. Because of the training where they give them. Because of the political education where they give them. Because of the nationalism where they put inside their heart. Not be people that they fight because of money or position. Now for people that they fight for the glory of the Ambazonian people them. Not be people that they fight for make some person government. And then that person will make them big people then for Ambazonia. Now people that they fight for the dignity of the Ambazonian people then. Now first to say that they fight for the human lives, for secure the safety and protection of the Ambazonian people then. Now people that they fight now for the justice where the Ambazonian people deserve them. The only group on ground zero where they get will be well structured, it be well constituted with a command and control system. Where it get a political oversight. The Ambazonia Defense Forces, it be directly answerable to the Governing Council of Ambazonia. All their operations, all the things that they do now that the Governing Council of Ambazonia, it get direct control over the Ambazonia Defense Forces. Now the only group where it get a direct political oversight. The only group. And that's why they be so strong. That's why they be so disciplined. That's why they be so focused. That's why the Ambazonia Defense Forces not get anything for do with politics. It not get anything for project this person, sing that person. It not get anything for do with that one. Their job, they get one mission only. Liberate Ambazonia. destroy La République du Cameroun occupational infrastructure. Protect the Ambazonian people them. Protect our mommy them, protect our papa them, protect our communities, protect our picking them, and defend Ambazonian territorial integrity. Now they work that. Now they work that. They not be out for any other thing. They give them one mission. And the Governing Council of Ambazonia, now the only group for Ambazonian War of Independence, where it charter, it give the Governing Council of Ambazonia one mission. The liberation for lead the liberation of Ambazonia. Their charter is clearly state their vision, their purpose, and their mission. And that's why they don't take the work. They give the ADF. They create the ADF now for lead the revolution with a roadmap and a strategy, with a clear chain of command. Be led by the overall supreme commander. First, when I know say that General Ivo is force, it be led by General Ivo. You'll be very happy for carrying spirit today. And when I see what General Ivo do, when I see what the ADF do, it control both the southern zone and the northern states. It control both. It shut down everything La République for Ambazonia. One man with a committed force. From Manu to Meme, to Fako, to Coupe, to Ndian. From Mezam to Momo, from Goketunja, all across Ambazonia. Now, the Supreme Commander, General Efa, he follow for those footsteps for change the game after the infiltrators of the pigs. They can't destroy Ground Zero with the Gary boy. With their agent provocateur, with their agent La République du Cameroun agent provocateur, they can't destroy Ground Zero. General F and he work now for rebuild Ground Zero in terms of our defense operation there. The war don't change. Next, Lieutenant General Popo, General Cobra, General Hassan, General Ebube, General Sumanguru, General Capo, General Pikin. And they don't put them for all the places where all these various generals, they carry out the national, they implement the national liberation strategy. Now the only group will get sister forces. We would also teach them, train them, help them, make a focus on the liberation. Because La République du Cameroun, agents provocateurs and infiltrators, they come, they can't take them, the full Ambazonians say it will be na something for govern. And they take most parts of La Ambazonia, they give them back. Now, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, it take all the other groups them, where they still be with their hand clean, and stand for the revolution. And start for retrain them, start for guide them, start for help them, with what they need them. Now they work with General F and they do on that now. Now they work that way General Lieutenant General Popo they do on that now. Now they work that way now General Cobra they do on. The war don't change. Now a different type of war. Because the ground don't change. The ground don't be highly infiltrated. So the way we our forces get for fight, it get for change. For which we want to do for La République du Cameroun in terms of making the territory ungovernable, we don't achieve that one Great. We get dynamic control, more than 90% of the ground with the control and dynamically. We don't achieve that one. In terms of economic sabotage to increase the cost of occupation, all we know this one, we don't bankrupt Cameroon because of that strategy. So we'll be very highly effective. Now, between now and September, the new plans that they put them in place, they're going to take effect. They will take great effects. And as we promised la Republic of Cameroon, between this month of August, this month and the next month, leading to our Independence Day, la Republique du Cameroun, it go see what they call and say war. Because the game don't change. The ADF, it go control ground zero and lead the Amazonian people them. Because they mean business. Time don't come, the time don't reach for end Cameroon occupation of Amazonia. And liberate our people them. Our people don't suffer for far too long. Any person, why we not say la Republic du Cameroun they do propaganda? When I don't hear the sad story of that young girl where he wear that gown, he get tattoo for a hand. We be the work and provide intelligence to Cameroon military and Cameroon intelligence operatives. When I hear the sad story. About 2 months ago, some other story happened for Manfe. For another woman, where they provide intelligence to Cameroon military. Something similar happened for he. They kill he. After the military use he, the same military, they go kill that girl. Ambazonia woman them, wanna be very careful. Whether you know I'm saying that they use you, or you don't know I'm saying that they use you, now war this. Save your life. Any small mistake where you make them, whether not because of money, you put your own life in danger. If you put the lives of our forces, you put the lives of Ambazonian population in danger because you want money from La Republique du Cameroun, make you know say in your own life, you dey commit unto death. Whether you be Ambazonian mami, and you dey provide intelligence for La Republique du Cameroun, na your own life, you dey commit unto death. We dey beg all una. The Ambazonian people don't make a promise for be a free people. So any person we want work with La Republique du Cameroun intelligence service and their security forces for enable them for continue killing our people them and maintain Cameroon occupation for Ambazonia. Make you know say now you go die first. Whether you will be a former Amba boy and you decide now for turn against the Ambazonian people for provide intelligence for La Republique du Cameroun, now you go die first. Your level of patriotism na for Ambazonia. Your primary duty na for Ambazonia. Your primary duty as an Ambazonian na for Ambazonia. If you choose for be an enabler and a collaborator, whether they use you know them, or you don't know them, you put your own life at risk. Whether you be chief and you choose for side, for work with the colonial government of La Republique du Cameroun against the Ambazonian people and the aspirations of the Ambazonian people, you put your own life at risk. There will be nobody. I talk him again. Nobody for inside Ambazonia and outside Ambazonia. You collaborate with La République du Cameroun against the Ambazonian people. Them. Make you know, say, we, when it comes for Africa, will be the Jews of Africa. The Ambazonian people are Jews of Africa. No matter how long it takes, the Ambazonian people go find you for any place where you there. You go be held accountable by the Ambazonian people. I don't tell you now, last week, the Ambazonian people, it go take Samuel Sako. Once we get independence, the Ambazonian people will take Samuel Sako. It put it on top of me happy ashes before it judge it. They go take Samuel Sako and Cristiano. They put them on top some soya blood before they judge them. Every person go be held accountable. Even the one where they give order, may they cut Ambazonia, their hand, their finger them, their foot them, they go be held accountable by the Ambazonian people. Nobody will go free. Nobody. Records the day for every person. All these dumb passion where they make, where they run their mob up and down. The Ambazonian people, they keep record for all their crimes. All these Prince J. them, where they run their mob up and down. All the videos where they talk about killing General Efan, raising money, killing General Efan, raising money, killing General Ivo. All these people, them, their videos, they be well kept. I feel promise you another one. They have filed the day fine. They go face the Ambazonian Court of Justice. All the Sofonchas, all the Dr. Santos, Nick Santos, any person where he don't take money for sell Ambazonia, go face Ambazonian Court of Justice. Ambazonia go be free. It be guaranteed. Say Ambazonia go be free. They go face them. Other nations they be doing. Try for turn against the Ambazonian people them. We warn our people them for ground zero. We know say things they hard, but not sell your soul. Not sell your soul to the devil. The day when you make a deal with the devil, that means you don't enter a deal of no return. When they finish use you, they go always kill you. Because they know say if they use you, they leave you, you go talk all those things. You will go repent one day. You will go tell your family. You will go tell your friend them. And you will go point out who they be. They know. So when they use you for intelligence, when they use you, they finish you. You want to be very careful. All right. So in all, I end up by closing say the Governing Council of Ambazonia, with the National Council for the Governing Council of Ambazonia, it don't approve, say make the people of Ambazonia, under the Governing Council of Ambazonia, make they go ahead for create their Liberation TV. The National Council for the Governing, when I govern the Governing Council of Ambazonia, it don't approve, give the Ambazonian people them, it sign them for book, it sign them for the law, for Governing Council of Ambazonia, for authorize the Ambazonian people under the Governing Council of Ambazonia for create a national liberation television where it purpose now for promote the aspiration of the Ambazonian people. It purpose now for inspire our people them. It purpose now for make sure say for defend the interest of Ambazonian people them. It purpose now for provide the best liberation, education, inspiration, and hope for the Ambazonian people them. So the Governing Council of Ambazonia, the National Council for the Governing Council of Ambazonia, it don't sign them into law for the Ambazonian people them for create a national liberation TV, and for the law where they sign them, they talk all things where the TV get for be focused on. Just like ADF, it get a mission. The TV, it own mission. Now for make sure say the world be educated, the Ambazonian people be educated, the Ambazonian people be inspired. Not be na TV for propaganda. Na TV for liberate our people them. Na TV for ground zero. So they don't sign up into law for the governing council of Ambazonia. Alright? They don't sign them into law. And the TV, it be owned by the Ambazonian people under the governing council of Ambazonia. Alright? So, for all una, we una don't always be very interested for this project. Una send me, una contact me for WhatsApp, make we start the story. Una contact me for WhatsApp, make we start work. Una contact me for WhatsApp. So, we don't come for the end of our discussion for today. I want to tell una say I be very happy with all una. I want to tell una say I love all una plenty. As we end this broadcast, I want to send special greetings for General Efang, and we tell you say we love you. We thank you plenty for what you do and for our people then. We want to salute Lieutenant General Popo. We love you. We thank you plenty for the work we do and for liberate the Ambazonian people and for give Ambazonian people them hope. We thank you, General Cobra, for the work we do and for liberate homeland. We thank you, General Hassan. We thank you, General Bube. We thank you, General Capo. We thank you, General Sumanguru. General Pikin. I know if you forget you. Wait till you don't ask him, it come as we promise you. So make all una stay fine. Accord cafe for all our forces them. Accord cafe for all our commanders them. All our commanders them. For all the 13 states, accord una cafe. One new brigade for Boyo. And all the boys, one new brigade for Boyo, for the ADF new brigade for Boyo. As saluduna, and I tell when I say, they say, we don't hear, when I don't finish in our training, when I don't already start, when I walk, make una know say they say leadership de una, the Ambazonian people de una, the ADF ide una, anything una need them, una go get them. And one new brigade where they just put them for the great state of Indian. Now the first time this way the Ambazonian Defense Forces, it don't start a new brigade for this great state of India. We want to tell all una say they say we'll be very proud of una, we'll be very proud say the ADF don't put brigade them for these very strategic places. So make all una stay fine. We love all una. And for all una the watch for you. Una know say when we come for you, now the time this way, all we, now for give hope to our people them, now for encourage our people them, now for inspire our people them. They make a last clarification. The Ambazonia Defense Forces, they don't put out a notice for their official Defense Council page. For talk say they say they don't stop all export for cocoa. I want to make small correction for you. They don't stop all export for cocoa into La République du Cameroun. Cocoa only be stopped. Make Ambazonia did not sell their cocoa for La République du Cameroun. Ambazonians, all Ambazonians, their cocoa, it is going for Nigeria. So we'll not talk to make our people, they stop their cocoa farming. We'll not stop to make they stop their coffee farming. We'll talk say no more Ambazonian cocoa go for La République du Cameroun for the interest of Switzerland and the France. Where people may they carry all their cocoa, they sell them for Nigeria because we want to make our people they make their money. We want to make our people they work their farm, they make their money. So we don't close. No cocoa need to go for La République du Cameroun, but all our people they get the right for sell all their cocoa them for Nigeria. All right, and Nigeria is the bigger market anyways. So just the thing Abuan bring some clarity for the and we will talk the ADF they will make that correction for their official page. Make a leave now with this one. Make a leave now with this one. Make una get a good day. May God bless all una. Una stay fine. Una keep in touch. For all una don't always want a GovC TV. Una send me message for Facebook or for WhatsApp. Make we start work.
Your freedom is in your hands. It is going to be fought inch by inch, block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, rooster by rooster. If you know that, we go die. Now only you, they are fighting. They are scrambling for that freedom in land. Angry man, them say they no one yet. Cause you know we do the way them did it. I see you blow. Blood of the innocent world. Yes, so come and save us. If we not there, we go die, yo. Cause cow way no get it, tail. Now got the track, he fly, yo. Yes, so come and save us. If you not there, we go die, yo. Cause cow way no get it, tail. Now got the track, he fly, yo. Think of Seseko, think of Deacon Tassang, think of Pound 4, think